Okay, here's where I'm keeping all of like my makeup. I switched it to these shelves over here, so I'm gonna pull them all out and show them to you. But as you can see, I've like utilized the space on the side for like single eyeshadows and stuff like that. I don't know if you can actually see, but I'm trying to show you like as best as I can. So I'm not gonna like show you over here. I'm just trying to show you like a general overview, and hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. So yeah, so up here is where I'm keeping eyeshadow palettes, all of my eyeshadow palettes, and any other palettes that I have, because I do have one contour palette in there. Then here's where I'm keeping all of my single eyeshadows, like from ColourPop and other random single eyeshadows and another eyeshadow palette. And then down here is of course where I'm keeping blushes, foundations, highlighters, and other random things on the top, and face primers. So I'm going to go through all of them for you, and hopefully you could see what I was talking about. Yeah, you could see. So I'm going to go through all of that for you right now. Okay, so in this unit right here is where I keep all of my eyeshadows, all of my eyeshadow palettes. I did like try to space these a little bit better. It is kind of like overflowing though with palettes, but I do try and keep them in a certain order. I haven't added much to this, as you guys can see. Only a few like Makeup Geek shadows and like one other Too Faced palette, I think, since the last time I showed this, and maybe like a Marc Jacobs palette, but I'm just going to get into it. So I have my two favorite palettes over here from Too Faced. I just love looking at this every morning when I go and do my makeup. I don't know, I like seeing a pop of color anytime I do something. It's just like, you know, positive vibes and just gives you like a brightness to your day. I don't know, I just really love looking at this every day. So of course I have my Too Faced Sugar Pop palette in the front, one of my favorite palettes ever, especially my summer palette. Then of course I have my Too Faced Natural Eyes palette, one of my favorites as well of all time. Then I have a Marc Jacobs Lovers palette here. This is probably like the newest palette that I got, besides like a Too Faced one I'm going to show you. This is really beautiful. I just haven't used it in a while, but it is really, really nice. Then I have my 3 e.l.f. beauty books here. I've been stacking my palettes more efficiently here because I feel like it's just easier to stack them this way rather than the way I was stacking them, which was flat. It's a lot easier to fit. This is fitting like probably 15 eyeshadow palettes this way, so it's definitely a lot more efficient that way. I just wish it had like another full row of palettes this way. But anyway, here are some other smaller palettes that I keep here, and then I'll get into the row in the back. So I have my 2 Makeup Forever Artist palettes. I have the Nudes You Need, and I have the Colors You Crave palettes. Then I also have the Tarte Showstopper Amazonian Clay palette. I haven't used it in a while. I don't know, I just haven't felt like using it. The Nudes You Need palette is great. The Colors You Crave palette isn't that great, but this palette is awesome. Then on the top here is where I'm keeping some smaller palettes. I do like how this is stored right now. I have my Stila Eyes to the Window Soul palette, a great palette. I have my Urban Decay Emerald palette here, another great palette as well. My Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit, which I use every single day now. I've been on such a kick for this palette, you don't even know. And then my Kathleen Lights Where the Light Is ColourPop palette. I love this palette as well. Then on the top here is where I'm keeping my Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. I did just recently receive a new C palette in the mail today because I am planning to fill this one with my dual chrome shadows that I got from Makeup Geek. I'm still waiting for the order, and what's funny is that I ordered the Z palette after I ordered the shadows, and I got the Z palette first because I ordered the Z palette from Ulta.com. This is where I have all my foiled shadows. You guys know how much I love these. I am wearing Flamethrower today on my lid and a bunch of other Makeup Geek shadows, so I use these almost every single day. They're friggin' amazing. Then in the back here, this is where I keep all of my e.l.f. beauty books. I have Elsa, Jasmine, and Sleeping Beauty. I'll just show you this way. This is probably just easier. Then here I have my Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Contour palettes. I have my Urban Decay Electric palette here. I have my Too Faced Stardust Vegas Nape palette. I do love this as well. Like, a lot. Like, this palette is amazing. This is the newest palette to my collection because I did originally get the Naked Urban Decay Smoky palette and the Too Faced Vegas Nail palette, and I returned the Smoky palette because I didn't really like it that much. But this one is definitely worth the money and the hype on YouTube. So this is the new Z palettes. So this is another one of my Z palettes that I got that I'm deciding to store my neutral Makeup Geek shadows in. I originally had everything in this palette here because this one obviously is a lot bigger, as you can tell. But since I'm getting the dual chrome shadows, I figured I could just store them in here because this will exactly fit all of the dual chrome shadows. Because I got the entire collection of the dual chrome, so that's 12 shadows, and this is 16 foiled shadows in here because I just thought the foiled shadows and the dual chrome shadows would look so cool together. I originally was only going to put them in this palette, but this would have been more fun for them too because it is pink. But I guess it adds a little bit more jazz to like what this looks like. But this will exactly fit the entire collection of them, so I'm going to keep them in this one with the foiled shadows. And I'm hoping in here in the future, hopefully, in the next couple weeks after I get the dual chrome shadows, I'm hoping to get just a couple of Makeup Geek blushes to store down here, like maybe 3 or 4 of them. I'm not sure if they will actually fit or hold them, but I'm pretty sure it will. So I'm hoping to get like, I don't know, like 3 blushes, but this for now is storing my neutral eyeshadows in here, like my all-time favorite, Beaches and Cream. As you can see, I've hit pan on it. I'm very proud of myself. Also, Vanilla Bean, Creme Brulee, you know, the list goes on. Those are definitely like my favorite shadows ever. Then here on the side, I have my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palettes and my Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. You guys know that I have these, and I have my Naked 1, Naked 2, and Naked 3. My sister was looking at my palettes earlier today, so they're not in order, so that's kind of bugging me, so I'm just going to put it in order right now. So those are all of my eyeshadow palettes on the top, and now I'm going to show you my single shadows and everything else that is on the bottom storage unit. Okay, and this tray right here is where I'm keeping all of my single shadows and some small makeup palettes. I originally was only storing like a couple of slim eyeshadow palettes in here, but then since I wanted to kind of revamp the storage of my highlighters and blushes in this palette over here that I'm going to show you shortly, I decided to store more single shadows and small palettes in here because I just felt it was more sufficient, and this is so much easier than like digging through my collection and like trying to find my ColourPop shadows. So yes, the majority of the shadows in here are ColourPop. ColourPop shadows are my favorite, all-time favorite lid colors, even over my Makeup Geek foiled shadows. These are so amazing, but I've been more on a Makeup Geek kick lately. I don't know what it is. Like if I don't wear them for a few days, I get annoyed. So let's just get into my ColourPop shadows. So right here is On the Rocks Sequin. I believe this one is Desert. They're in no particular order. Yeah, Desert, Dare, Smash, Erotic. This one is So Quiche. Ibiza, which is like one of my all-time favorites, and I actually have started to hit pan on it. So this and Beaches and Cream are the only 2 shadows that I've hit pan on since I've started collecting so much makeup, but I'm so surprised that I actually like hit pan on like 2 shadows. Just saying, because I would get so overwhelmed with eyeshadows. And then this one is Get Lucky. Then I have some NYX Prismatic shadows here. I have 3 of them. These are so amazing. One of them shattered though. I'm so upset. This one is Mermaid. Then this one from ColourPop is Eye Candy. And then my last ColourPop shadow here is Game Face. So I absolutely love all these. I have like 14 of them. They're only $5 a piece. I mean, come on. And then I have the 4, oh, these are 12 here. And then I have the 4 from the Kathleen Lights quad. So I have altogether 16 ColourPop shadows. And then I also have 2 more NYX prismatic shadows, I have Blue Jeans and I have Punk Heart. I just wore Blue Jeans a couple days ago. I love these shadows. These are so good from the drugstore, like the best eyeshadows from the drugstore, and most people would agree with me. Then I have, oh my god, why isn't this fitting in here? I'll just fix it later. This is really bothering me now. Then I just have some random single shadows here. I only have two actually. I have the Balm one from a Ipsy Glam Bag in the shade Fit. This is really, really pretty. And then I also have a Urban Decay Solstice. I have an Urban Decay Moondust shadow in Solstice. I've only used this once, but it's so friggin' gorgeous that I want to use it again in some way. It's just amazing. Then I have two Makeup Forever Trio palettes. I know this is a very unpretty sight, and I am really upset about this, but I tried to depot these shadows with a tweezer because I misplaced my my depotting tool from the Sephora palette that I got, that Sephora Z palette. And I thought when I ordered that other pink Z palette that I was going to get a depotting tool with it, but I didn't. And I wanted to depot these and put that in the Z palette. But since I'm going to try and put blushes in there, I can't depot these. I would have to buy another palette just to put these in. So I'm just going to keep them in here for now and see what I'm going to figure out doing with these. I was thinking about chucking this, but since these are so expensive, they're like, I mean, they're not that expensive. You get two for the price of one if you get these trios. So you're getting one shadow for free. So I've only paid for basically 4 shadows as opposed to 6 shadows. So that is a good deal. And I'm just so upset about this, but I'm pretty sure that one of the colors in the Nudes You Need palette is the same exact color as this one. So I have to make sure, because it is different than this color here. So I have 3 Makeup Forever shadows in here and 3 Makeup Forever shadows in here. So I love these though. These are amazing, but I do use the palette more than these now since I got the palette. Then I have a MAC palette here. Don't really ever use this. And then I have my NYX Dreamcatcher palette. You guys know this was my jam when I first started collecting makeup, and this is like the first drugstore palette I got and the last because I don't have any other ones. But this one is amazing. And then I also have Tarte's Park Avenue Princess palette, contour palette. So that is what is in here. So I will fix this mess after I show the rest to you. I just have to be careful with those artist palettes. Oh my god, I hate when I'm like, every time I say I'm going to be careful with something, I end up like slamming something. Like that's what always happens. So that is what is in that tray. And then I will show you what is in this giganticness here. So let's go through what's in here. So I just find that this is going to be easier shooting it this way. So on the top, I have all random stuff because I just don't have any other room for it. I have my Naked Flush palette here, my Ipsy NYX Trio eyeshadow, a Tarte bronzer that I got from Ipsy as well, my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder and Luminous Light. I use this every single day. You guys know this is my jam. I also have a Too Faced Sweethearts Perfect Flush Blush and Candy Glow. I don't really use this that much, as I thought it was a lot prettier when I first got it than now. Now I don't use it as much. And of course I have my Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter. I love this. Okay, so just wanted to show you the last bit of my collection. This is all of my highlighters, primers, foundations, tinted moisturizers, blushes, and face powders. And some contouring and random like 2 bronzers or whatever. So I am shooting this the next day because my sister ended up coming home last night and I don't want to hog the bathroom from her. One, because she's doing a show here for like 3 months, so she's been sharing the bathroom with me and she's going to be for like the next 2 months. So but I wanted to continue it today because, and also she would be like, what the hell, who are you talking to in the bathroom? So I'm just going to refilm this part because I only like just started it yesterday. I didn't really finish. So we are just going to talk about what is in here. So on the top is like where I keep my primers. I am trying to figure out like a better way to store these things in here because I don't want my primers and foundations and stuff like this in here. I strictly really want this to be just my highlighters and blushes and maybe like some bronzers. Because this does tend to get messy because even though I changed the way that I'm storing things up here, it's still kind of annoying. Like I still want to get like maybe a different divider to put like my primers and foundations in, so then like this is like more free. But I don't really have any more room to put anything, but we're just going to get into it. So on the top here, I have like this Ipsy NYX Trio. I'm going to put it in that ColourPop holder though that I have because I don't really want any eyeshadows in here. This is like strictly for other things. I used to keep smaller eyeshadow palettes in here, but now I'm keeping like bronzer palettes in here instead. So this I just got. I don't really like it that much. Then I have a Tarte bronzer from Ipsy as well. Then I have, of course, my Hourglass Luminous Light Powder. I do count this as a highlighter. That's why I keep it like over here. But it's basically a finishing setting powder that I absolutely adore. You guys know I love that. Then I have two setting powders back here. I have my NARS Translucent Setting Powder and a Revlon Color Stay setting powder, which I never use anymore. Then I have my Marc Jacobs Contour Dreamer Filter. I absolutely love this. This is amazing. Then of course I have my Naked Urban Decay Flush Palette in the color Streak. This is also pretty good. I never use it anymore though. But I do really want to use the highlighter again at some point. And the bronzer was good in here. I did use it for contouring, but then I just realized it was too orange. Then I have the Too Faced Love Flush Blush, or the Sweethearts Blush Perfect Flush Blush, sorry, in Candy Glow. Their new blushes are called the Love Flush blushes. They always have like heart-shaped blushes. It's so cute. Then here we're going to be getting into primers. So my first primer is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Primer. As you guys know, you saw that I have the Makeup Forever primer in the everyday stuff that I showed you earlier, and then I also have the Smashbox More Than primer. I also have the Smashbox Primer Water. I just keep that in my medicine cabinet because I use it every single day. And I also have two Urban Decay setting sprays in there too. I have the Chill Makeup setting spray and the All Nighter, so I don't really have to go into my medicine cabinet. I might show that though to show some skincare or something. Excuse me. So this I use pretty much every day with the Smashbox Primer Water because I'm trying to use this up, but I love this. This is really amazing primer. I might repurchase it when I'm done, but I really want to try the Stila primer or one of the Bare Minerals Primetime primers, so we'll see. Then I also have the Too Faced, of course, Hangover RX primer that everybody else loves and that I love as well. Then I also love this primer, of course, the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I had a sample of this from Ipsy. I fell in love with it. And I still have the sample, but I had to go buy the full size because I love it. So I got that. It already looks like I've used like half of it. Then I just have a drugstore primer. I have the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. I got that at Target. Then I have my foundations and a tinted moisturizer over here, and then we'll get into the fun stuff. So I have, of course, my NARS tinted moisturizer in the color Light 01 Finland. I do love this. I use it so much. Then I have my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. This is the newest foundation I have purchased. I'm wearing it today. I love it. I usually wear it only like once a week though, but today it looks really good, so I decided to wear it today. Then I have my IT Cosmetics CC cream in Fair. Then I have one liquid Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. I've only used this once because it's kind of inconvenient for me to use it when I have to go to work because it's just one more step that I have to do with liquid products that it's just so much easier to use a powder highlight. But this is nice. I do want to use it again at some point, so I'll probably use it in like a couple days or something. But I'm always on such a kick for the pressed highlighters from Becca. Then of course I have my Dior Air Flash Spray Foundation here. I love this. I'm actually almost finished with it. I'm trying to use it up. But it's such an expensive foundation, but I love it. And then of course I have the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is the other newest foundation I've gotten. I think like last month, and I do actually really like this. It's the most full coverage foundation that I have. I do notice if I wear this in the summertime though, thank God the summertime is over though, this sweats off my face. So I'm hoping to get a lot more use out of it in the winter time. And then I just have 2 more mini primers down here. I just have, like I said, a Smashbox Photo Finish primer here. And then I just have a Benefit Professional, which I don't know one person that does not own this in their collection on YouTube, honestly. And then I just have a sample of the Dior Nude Air Serum foundation in 010. I don't like this one as much as the Dior Air Flash, though. That one is definitely their best one. So let me get into the fun part. I just wanted to move this crap out of the way. So now we're going to get into this stuff here. So this is where I keep my blushes, which I do have a crap ton of blushes, but I never feel overwhelmed with blushes. It's so weird. Like, it's like the one product where I can use one blush every single day and I'll be fine with it. But I just want to give you an overview of what the Stoage looks like. It looks all nice and pretty right now, but it does get pretty messy usually. So in the front here is where I'm keeping ColourPop highlighters. I have 4 of them. This one is Wisp. This one is, I knew that was going to happen, Stole the Show. Maybe I'm going to, let's keep on going. This one back here is, this one is Lunch Money, I believe, and then this one back here, no, this one is Monster, and this one is Lunch Money, which is everybody's favorite, and pretty much I love that one too. I do use that one quite often. Then back here, behind the ColourPop ones, I have a Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Powder in Starlight. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy I got that, but that is the most expensive highlighter that I own next to the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors, but the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors are so much bigger than these, but it's so beautiful. Then I have a Stila All Over Shimmer Duo in Kitten, you know, the famous Kitten highlighter, which is very pretty. Then I also have a NARS highlighter blush in Albatross, then, which is also one of my favorites. I love all my highlighters. There's really not one here that I don't love. Then I have the MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish. This is friggin' gorgeous. I love this. Then I have 2 Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed highlighters. I do have Moonstone as well, but my sister is borrowing it from me right now for her show. So I do have, of course, Champagne Pop, and then I also have Opal as well, which these are my holy grail highlighters. Opal, I think, might be my favorite highlighter ever. It's just friggin' beautiful and amazing. I think it's taken the place of Moonstone, but the 3 Becca highlighters are definitely my top 3 highlighters. Then I have the Mary Luminizer from The Balm. As I said before, I did find The Balm products at Kohl's, and I got this and then 2 blushes that I'll show you. I absolutely love Balm products. I definitely want to go pick up more. This Mary Luminizer is gorgeous. I just used it, like 2 days ago. Then I have a Cover FX highlighter in Moonlight, the Cover FX Illuminator. This is beautiful. Definitely recommend these as well. They're so gorgeous. And then I have 2 Laura Mercier highlighters back here. I have the famous Highlight 01 highlighter, and then I have like one of their like new highlighters for the summertime, and that is Indiscretion. These are both very pretty as well. So yeah, I love all the highlighters that I have, honestly. Now let's get into the blushes. Now I own over like 30 blushes, but I literally use like the same blushes every day. Like I always feel like I'm in such a blush rut, but we're just gonna get into it. So in the front here, I have Prenup and Between the Sheets from ColourPop. I did just purchase these a few days ago. These are the newest to my collection because I got my ColourPop order like a few days ago. If you haven't seen my haul, go check it out. But these are beautiful. I've definitely used these quite a few times already. Then I'm just going to take these out of the way. So then here I do have 5 Becca blushes. I know that's a little much, but I do love Becca blushes, but I kind of regret buying one of them. But 4 of them I love, but one of them I have not used yet because I feel like it's way too pink. I might go return it to Ulta maybe today just because I don't think I'm ever really going to reach for it. So I might just take it out so I can go return it. I just didn't want to go return like too many things at the same time, but I regret not buying Gypsy because I would have chose that over the like new fall blushes but I might keep this for like a regrets video. I'm trying to shoot like a bunch of videos today. But whatever, I'm just going to tell you which ones I have. So this is my Holy Grail favorite blush ever. This is Becca's Wild Honey. Literally amazing. So that's one of the mineral blushes. These are all the mineral blushes. Then I have Songbird, Flower Child, Nightingale, and Hyacinth. But literally Hyacinth I have not touched since I've gotten it, and Nightingale I've used about 3 times, and it's so beautiful that I don't know if I'm really going to keep it. So I'm just going to take these out of here too because the rest of these will stay up on their own. These are just like really annoying to like keep here. So then back here I have 4 of the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes, which I use about 2 out of the 4 of these. The other ones I really don't use that much. This one is Blissful. This one is, I believe, Doll Face. This one here is Fearless, and then this one here is the one I use the most and probably one of their most famous ones, and that one is Exposed. Such a beautiful everyday blush. Then 2 back here I have are the Balm Cosmetics blushes. I have Cabana Boy and I have Hot Mama. And then in the back here I have 3 Hourglass blushes, which are probably the most expensive blushes I own besides the Becca ones. I have this one is Mood Exposure. Definitely love that. Then I believe this one back here is Diffused Heat. I'm trying to lift them up and show you. Is that the right one? Yeah. That one is Diffused Heat. And then this one back here is Ethereal Glow. One of my favorite blushes ever as well. Definitely love those ambient lighting powder blushes. I know some people hate them and some people love them. Then in the front here, I have 3 of the Clinique Cheek Pop blushes. I have Pansy Pop, Pink Pop, and Nude Pop. I definitely love those blushes. I've used Pansy Pop quite a few times already. I know it's kind of random that I have a violet one and then a nude one and a pink one. But I wanted to get this for my purple outfits specifically. And it doesn't look purple. It looks like a deep, I can't even describe it really. It's a very unique color on the cheeks. It's so pretty. It kind of reminds me of the Benefit Hervana blush, which I love as well. Then I have 2 of the new Too Faced Love Flush blushes. I do like these, but they do fade after a while, but they do last about like 6 hours, so they're very pretty. So I have Justify My Love and I have Baby Love. I blanked for a second. Then I have 1 Kat Von D Everlasting Blush in Bellissima. This is one of like my top 5 favorite blushes ever. I definitely love that. Then I have a NARS blush in Amour. I only have 1 of these because these are definitely the most expensive I own, again, next to the Becca ones. I don't know why I like decided to spend a lot more money on the Becca ones when honestly the top 3 formulas out of the blushes that I have here would be NARS, Kat Von D, and Tarte. Because these blushes last so long. Like, I find that the Hourglass, the Benefit, the Urban Decay actually are really amazing too. So, but the Clinique, the Too Faced, and like the Balm ones kind of fade a lot faster than these ones do. These are amazing. So I have that, and then I have a mini one, which I can't get to right now, in Deep Throat. So I have NARS's Deep Throat, and I have Amour. Then I have 3 of the Urban Decay Afterglow blushes. I quickly fell in love with these, so I got at least 3 of them. And I've worn the crap out of them already. I have Kinky, I have Video, and I have Obsessed. And I can't take any more out or it's going to get very messy. As you can see, everything's like falling over. So that's what I have there. And then I just have a couple of NYX blushes here. These are the only drugstore blushes I own. I have Pinched, and I have, what is this one? Peach. And then here on the side, I have a MAC one, and this one is Pink Swoon. I am planning to go pick up a couple of MAC blushes at some point. I did just make a Morphe order and another Makeup Geek order, and I actually did order a couple of Makeup Geek blushes. I'm waiting for the Makeup Geek Dual Chrome eyeshadows, and then I'm waiting for 3 Makeup Geek blushes, and then I'm waiting for a couple of Morphe brushes. because I ordered like 4 Morphe brushes. I was trying to wait till the 35O palette was in stock, but I'm like, you know, I might as well get the brushes now because I don't know when the hell that damn palette's going to be back in stock. It's driving me nuts. Then I have a Milani. This is another drugstore one I have. I really need to use this more often because it's really beautiful. This is the Milani blush in, I believe, Tea Rose. It's so beautiful. Look at that. This is the only Milani product I own besides some of their eyeshadows, and I don't like the eyeshadows at all, but this blush is really pretty. And then, of course, I have 3 of the Benefit Box blushes here. I have Hervana, Coralista, and Rockateur. You guys know what these look like. I don't really have to pull them out. And that's it for this section here. And then I'm just going to show you some few random things. And then we are done with this video. Okay, so I just wanted to show you some random things over here on the top of my toilet. I know that's like not very like pretty, but I have nowhere else to put it. And it's just like stuff that I moved that was originally in those storage units over there. But I just felt that, you know, they took up too much room, and it's just like easy just for me to put them on there. So I just have my Benefit Feeling Dandy set on the top here, and then I just have my ColourPop and Bloom collection from Jamie Greenberg underneath that. It's very pretty. And then in this box, I'm not even going to go through it because it's just like craziness, but it just has a bunch of samples in it. Some lip glosses, some NYX lip glosses, and a Dior one that I have been using recently called, the heck is it? It's a Dior Addict one. It's really, really pretty. I've been just using it a lot as like a topper for like ColourPop's First Base, but I'm not going to be using it now because now it's like too pink because it's fall now. But yeah, I have like a lot of products that I don't use anymore in here, but I did get a lot of use out of them. Like I have my Bare Mineral Setting Powder, NYX lip glosses, you know, like a bunch of crap in there that it's like too much to go through. And then in here, like I said, I keep my Urban Decay setting sprays in here, right here. Then I also have my Smashbox Primer Butter right here, some Ulta Makeup Remover, my Vanishing Cream from Lush, my MAC Moisturizer, my Blender Cleanser right here, the MAC toner that I don't use anymore, my MAC Lightful Vibrancy Eye Cream, which is actually really beautiful. I also have a Sephora mask up here, a Lush Vanishing Cream sample, my EO Aroma Water up here. Yeah, up here. And then Sephora Brush Cleaner, a Batiste Dry Shampoo Travel Size, some Ipsy samples, and my makeup remover wipes are up here, and my Lush serum and toner is up there, like a Lush mask toner. I really want to use it. It's kind of like a acidic, liquidy kind of thing that you use before a mask, so I really want to use it. And then like some other, yeah, it's a really, really cool medicine cabinet. I love it. And my Angels on Bare Skin is over here. And then a Glam Glow sample face wash that I got from Sephora with my points. And then a MAC Lightful Cleanser that's almost empty. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at CBW819 and my Twitter is PokerFace819. And thanks, guys. Bye.